What's up, guys? Today it's a pretty sunny day. Clouds just came over, it's starting to rain, so let's work on the inside instead of out here. I do have the pathway finished, got some extra rocks, I got some ideas for that, but right now I got the generator running, I got the AC running, I got my fridge running, so let's work on the kitchen. Alright guys, we're inside. I got this all cleared up. This is the first time this counter has been completely clean for a good while. So I bought a sink. It's a copper sink. It looks like it's hammered. I looked and looked and looked. I couldn't find exactly what I wanted. Actually, I did, but it was going to take forever to get. It was more of a bucket that sat on top, and it looked really cool and old school. But I think having this type that sits down into the countertop will be probably the best bet. It'll give me more room on top. That way, if I ever want to put something that covers the sink, I can still have all my counter space rather than sticking up. Plus, I have an idea how I'm going to do my running water in here because I don't have real plumbing. So this will make it a little bit easier, a little more doable, I guess. So let's figure out where we're going to put this. I know right here, but let's get it all measured up and then let's cut the hole. Fingers crossed I don't mess it up and it'll fit good. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to flip this upside down, and I want to get the center of this window, which is 22, so 11 is pretty much right where this little mark is. And then I will measure from there to the wall, which is 23. So 23 would be the middle. I'm going to mark that just so I know. And then I'm going to try to measure the middle of this, which is 26.5, which is 13.25 if I'm not messing up here. So 23 right in the middle of that will be right there. That'll be right where I want this hole to be, center of that, which will work perfect right there. It'll be far enough back, I think. It'll be good enough there. Underneath, there's nothing that should be in the way when I cut that hole. Should be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip this and go ahead and try to make it even. So 14.5, 14.5. That's gonna be 5 and 5. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trace around this. That'll be the outside, and then I could scoot in and then cut my line on the inside. That way it has this lip to hold on here. Alright, so it's 5 3/4 to the end here, and then in the back it's the same thing. I know you really can't see that good. And then over here it's 14.5, 14.5. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold this down and trace it. I'm not really too worried about the pencil line or anything. It'll be covered whenever I put this on. Just give me a good thing to go off here. Alright, I know you probably can't see it because it's pencil, but it's there. So it's literally right in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this lip and I'm going to see it's an inch. Let's make sure it's an inch all the way around, which it probably is. It is. So I'm going to come in. So I'm going to go ahead and come in 1/2 inch, so it has a 1/2 inch lip all the way around. Actually, I'll do 3/4, and then I can always cut in more if I need to. So 3/4. I know it's going to be kind of hard for y'all to see, but I'll use these lines right here to draw the inside measurements now. Alright guys, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this paddle bit and I'm going to do it as close to here as I can get and get a good hold. That way I could get my saw in there and cut. So hopefully I'll do this fairly good. right, we're gonna go ahead and try to move this out of the way so I can kind of see the lines. Unfortunately, I don't have my little jigsaw, but this will do. It doesn't have to be perfect. It'll work. Alright, definitely not the straightest, but it does not matter. So I'm going to clean this up just a little bit and see if it'll fit. Alright guys, moment of truth. Let's see if this will fit. It does. It's pretty awesome. Right here in front of the window. It's deep enough that you can easily do some dishes. I don't know if I have any with me. I think I might have a plate. Hold on. So here's some bowls and stuff. Just to get reference, this would be easy enough to do what you need to do. Clean them out. I think they'll work great. This looks pretty awesome. Now that I know it looks freaking awesome, I'm gonna use some of this silicone. I'm gonna go around the bottom of this. Actually, I'll just go ahead and do it on this and then put the sink on. That way, it'll seal it up really well. And then I'm gonna go back and clear coat and clear coat this whole countertop again really, really good. And it'll clear coat up into this, so should be good to go. If I can get the silicone out. The end of it was kind of screwed up, so I'm just gonna use it like that and see if it'll come out without overdoing it. But I think it'd be fine. Plus, you can't overdo it really with this. You want it to seal really good, and this is gonna be nice and thick. And then once this is on here, then I will go back and seal up the countertop even more with some clear coat, and it'll make it look nice and new again. I only did one coat at the beginning because I knew I would still be working on it, but this will kind of get it going where I need it. So pretty excited to have a sink, a kitchen in general in this house. I cooked outside every day for a year and a half, and it's about time I could do something inside. Finally. And then we're gonna stick this on there, mash it on real good, and then any spots that look like they need to be better, I will fill it in. Now that the silicone's dried around the sink, I'm gonna use some of this, and I'm going to clear coat the countertop a lot more, several coats, but I'm gonna let it I'm gonna do the whole thing, let it dry, and then I'm gonna work on some other stuff so I can get a good dry time between, and then I'll do another coat. I'll work on something else, another coat. Hopefully it'll look nice and shiny and good when I'm finished. Everyone has their own ways of doing this. I am not scared to glob it on and then go back and smooth it out. Some people use brushes, some people use foam brushes, some people use cloth, spray it on. Do whatever you want to do. There's really no right or wrong way as long as it comes out looking good. I'll bring you in here close up in just a second when I'm done with this to show you the difference of what it's looking like. You should be able to see the difference right here. See this line? How it's all dry and then it looks nice and shiny over here. Really gonna start looking good. As you guys can see, makes a big difference putting clear coat on there. And again, use multiple coats and then sand it with a light sand in between. That way you get out any of the dust particles or anything of that nature that may get in there, and then cause it to be a little rough on top. That's why I'm not too nervous about using a foam brush. I just always go back and then wipe it with the grain. That way it just looks better. You don't get those cross brush strokes in there. Long strokes over the whole thing, and then I'm going to do the front real quick. I just like to get any clumps out, and I don't like it to look like it has cross strokes in it, so I just go long ways and it look good. And then with what's on there, I'm gonna go back and get the front of this, make sure it gets a good coat, and then I'm gonna get underneath. Alright guys, now I got the countertop all dried up and good, so I'm gonna start working on this window. I need to trim it out. I trimmed this one out a while back, so I know what I'm doing for this. Got my awesome Crocker sign that isn't from my hometown, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm pretty sure it needs to be 5 inches on the width going around. And then I'll get pieces out here. I'm using live edge, so let's go ahead and get into that. All right guys, sorry if it's a little loud because of the generator, but that's how I get power out here. So I got these rough cuts that are almost 4 inches, 3.5, 4 inches long. And so what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to get the lengths I need, I'm gonna run it through the table saw, and then I'm gonna glue them together to get to 5 inches. Alright, while that's drying, I got this other plank and I'm gonna cut for the bottom part of the window trim. That way this will stick out kind of thicker. And then I already got this from another cutoff that I'll use for the actual trim around it. So let's do that. Alright guys, this is dried, so now we got our pieces. So I'm going to sand them down real quick and then go put them on. Alright guys, I got my live edge. I'm going to mark right here how far to come out on both sides. Stick it in, that way I can start trimming out the top part. Got it cut and sanded, so I'm gonna go ahead and install it in here. Sometimes it needs a little convincing. Now I'm just gonna put some screws in the corners, just kind of hold it down. It'll all be blocked anyways by the trim. Alright. right, that should be good. I was gonna put 2 more, but I think that'd be fun. Now I'm gonna go ahead and install the top one. Side pieces. Alright guys, here's that live edge I had earlier that I showed you, and now I'm going to kind of figure out where I want it on here. I'm thinking something like that. We'll cut just a little bit off the back here. Nothing crazy, but that'd be good for this side. That'd be the left. And we'll check out this side. Let's see, I guess I'll go this way. That's not terrible. So I'm gonna see what it looks like compared to this. Pretty close, so I guess we'll go with that. Alright guys, I got them all cleaned up. It looks freaking awesome. Dang, it looks good. Oh, gotta get this nail out first. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and line this up and then get it on there good. And then I'll do this side. Here we go. Then now I'll just measure across the top and get that. Alright guys, got the top piece all cleaned up and good. So we're gonna kind of eyeball it. See what it looks like there. Woo! Finally got both windows trimmed. Very pleased with it. The thing that I like most about all of this, minus the sink, is I built it. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy the cabinets. I didn't buy the countertops. I didn't buy the window trim. Nothing like that. It was all built. So I'm gonna try to build some shelves right here in the middle. And I know some of you guys probably asking, why is the outlet off-centered just a little bit? Center's right here. That's where the stud was. And plus I'm gonna have something here that's either like a plant or a paper towel holder or something. I don't know, who freaking knows. But I just love the fact that my stuff is built, not bought. I don't want to be one of those channels that literally throws a house together with everything they bought. That was just my goal from the beginning, was build as much as possible. That's the whole reason why I do not mind it taking a while to build this sucker, because I built everything with these 2 hands and with the help of some people. So all day, every day, I'd rather build than buy. Alright guys, so now I got my plants, I got these parts, so these will clearly go on the wall like that, and then it'll be hooked onto here. So I'm going to try one and see what it looks like. I think this will be fine. So it'll be something like that. And then like this, probably come in some, make it cool looking like that. And I'll nail them on, and then I'll put them on there, make sure they're good, and then I'll put some screws in. So another tip that you could do is put the flat part against the wall, and then you could put them on like this, and you'll know exactly how it'll fit on the wall, but clearly it'll be the other way around. But this will give you a good idea where you want it, and then just tack nail them in, and then put it up there and see if that's where you want it. So that's what I'm gonna do real quick. Should be good. So now we'll just flip it over. Clearly it's not hooked on perfect, but this will kind of give you an idea of what it'll look like. Super rustic, super badass if you ask me. It just brings in all the natural wood, the live edge and stuff. This looks killer. So I'm gonna hook them on and do the same thing there. Pretty freaking awesome. I love it. Alright, so I'm super pumped with this. Got some awesome shelves here. Let me grab some, maybe some bowls and some mugs or something to put up here. But you got your sink here. Look out your window. You got your window trim. This awesome live edge. Everything's live edge. Everything will be clear coated eventually, and it'll all match really, really well. But let me grab some stuff, put it on here, and see what it looks like. So you got your coffee with the Crocker coffee mugs you can put up here. You got some bowls. Go up there. I think that'd be perfect. I'll probably, who knows what I'll end up really putting on there. And then maybe I could put some hooks, hang some stuff. Who knows? But so far, I love the way this looks. It's pretty awesome. And I love the live edge look. Again, built, not bought. You can't buy something like this. You can, but you're not gonna get it from a normal store. So something like this is way, way cooler for me. I absolutely love this. It's that cool cabin look. I freaking love it. All right, guys, so I got a kitchen. Pretty pumped about this. These shelves, again, I really, really like them. Super live edge, super cool looking, very rustic. The window trim, I love how it's just super curvy. There's no real straight lines. The sink looks freaking awesome. I have the jackery underneath here that's getting the mini fridge to stay nice and cold for me. And then I need to build a bench or at least a little seat or something that can go right here, so I can sit here and look out the window when I eat my morning breakfast or drink my coffee or whatever I end up doing in this kitchen. But as you guys can see, I got my Alexa Pure. This is kind of like a Berkey water filter. I think better because it's cheaper, and then you can buy awesome filters for it. They do like 5,000 gallons a piece, so you could use this for a long time. I've actually had this for over a year. Back when I started in the tent, in the canvas tent, one of my buddies, you know you are, sent this to me, and I've never been able to use it fully without, you know, it getting messed up. So I think this is a pretty cool thing here. I'll probably end up building a stand, and I may end up putting it in the corner, or I might end up doing something super cool. But this will be a temporary water solution. That way I can just have a little bit of water, flip it on, do all that. Clearly I have not put water in it because I don't have the drain system in the sink just yet. That'll be in a video coming up. But I got a whole way that I'm going to do that, have running water, because I don't have real running water out here, so I'm going to do it myself with pumps and rain catchment and stuff of that nature. But I think it's going to work out great. This will be perfect for now. This will purify my water, so I can either drink from it or wash my dishes. But guys, this looks freaking awesome. I am super pumped. So let's look up close at some of the stuff and these awesome video shots. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that like button, the thumbs up or thumbs down. I really don't care. Hit the subscribe button if you like. It's free. And then also make sure that you have the notification bell ring, ding, ding, because YouTube likes to unsubscribe and unnotify people from this channel. So guys, hope you liked the video, but it's time for me to kick the shoes off, take the hat off, take a nap.